Hello. Little announcement. As chapter 100 approaches, little little milestone, 1/23rd, 123rd? Whatever, 1/23rd of the way through roughly 1/23rd of the way through the fan fiction as a whole. For those of you who saw the first one, should know that the second 50 chapter quiz will be coming up. 50 chapter quiz as every 50 chapters. I mean, obviously it's the quiz for chapters 51 through 100. Yeah, you get it. So that's coming up. And for those of you who would like to contribute to this quiz, there will be a channel going up in the Discord for specifically quiz questions submitted by you, the viewers, listeners, I guess, because it's technically quote unquote audiobook. But yes, there will be a channel for that. There will be a little when it's created. There's going to be like some rules explaining, what you should be, you know, the guidelines for the quiz questions and what you should submit, stuff like that. That'll go up either. It'll go up either around the same time as this audiobook or shortly after, maybe even a day after. I might fall asleep before I do it. And I've got Ethan Gamer, who is going to be the one taking the test on a scout's honor that he won't be looking at this channel in order to get you know knowledge that he shouldn't have. You don't look at the answer sheet before you take a quiz. So yeah, I suppose if you don't feel like joining the Discord, you could leave a question in the comments down below, but it's easier with the Discord. Anywho, chapter 93, Lynn takes all. Very clever. Looks like this is an actual chapter that's being revamped. Episode, I mean. It starts with me in my room. I'm reading a book on space and astronomy. When my watch beeps, I look at my watch. Time to go see Lincoln. You coming, Bree? Like, what? You just have that in your schedule? Oh, Lincoln time. Or did he, page you? You coming, Bree? I ask. Wouldn't miss it, says Bree. Oh, hanging out with a kid that's much younger than me? Oh, I wouldn't miss it. How old is Bree? Because, now that I think about it, I don't remember entirely uh, how that whole discussion went, but what she somehow knew, back in the simulator chapter with Steven Universe, it was implied that she was friends with Lapis, and that potentially made her, I don't know, hundreds of years old. I don't remember it exactly, but it's weird. It always is. We both got up and slid down two. What do you mean two? Do you have two orange slides? Are you implying that there's two for you and for E, one for each? Why? What does your room look like? It's got to be so weird. Lincoln's room. Lincoln is reading comics when we slide in. Hey, Lincoln, what's up, buddy? Ask. Hey, JD, free, just reading comics, he answers. Lynn bursts in. Wow, what wonderful timing. Maybe her watch beeped as well. You ready, Stinkin' and Stinka? It's time. It's go time. Woo, says Lynn, eager before running off. Actually, it's Lincoln and Linka. Shut up. You're. It's too early. It's too early. Actually, it's Lincoln and Lincoln, I say. Tonight's game night in the Loud House. Sounds fun, right? Not when you have a sister like Lynn, Lincoln says to me. Yo, twins. Hope you read the menu, 'cause you're about to get served, says Lynn, knocking on Lola and Lana's door. Oh, do you guys not like playing board games? I ask. No, it's not. No, it's not that. No, it's not that the rest of us don't like playing games. Heck, we don't care that Lynn wins every time. It's just, she's not exactly a good winner, says Lincoln, continuing. Game night! You ready to get smoked? Woo! Says Lynn, bursting through Laney's door before running downstairs, and Laney groans. I hate game night, says Laney. Let me guess. Lynn always rubs her victories in your faces all the time, I say. Yep, says Lincoln. Flashback to the last game night they had. Lynn is doing a victory dance on the table. Oh yeah, baby, I win. Linner, chicken dinner, says Lynn. I thought we were having salmon, says Lenny. Ha ha ha. Lynn plays and wins another game. Yes, I win. Ha, she says, flipping the board off the table and leaving. Losers clean up. And flashback. And if you think that's bad, last week she waited till everyone fell asleep and then wrote loser on their foreheads. Fortunately, I got out of that one. Oh, how much you want to bet that that's been revamped by James here? Because, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait. Hold on. Lincoln turns around and unknowingly reveals that Lynn shaved loser on the back of his hair. Meaver and Lincoln look shocked by this. Okay. I was gonna say, feels like a very specific thing that James would do. Can't have his favorite character be suffer suffer anything really. Humiliation, that's the word I was looking for. What's wrong, guys? Asks Lincoln. Nothing, I say, answer. The kids have gathered at my long table for their games. Hey guys, look who's here to play with us, says Lincoln. Meavery and Eileen come in. Everyone claps. Hey guys, I say. Hello everyone, says Vuri. What's happening? Asks Eileen. Everyone does a greeting. Everyone hold the fucking phone. Everyone does a greeting. You're telling me, James, you are at least somewhat aware of the option to just write out one little line that says everyone greets, everyone does their introductions, everyone blah blah blah, instead of writing like 50 fucking lines for 50 fucking characters to all say, hi, I'm my name, hello, it's me. You could have, you motherfucker, man. I just know he's gonna do it again in the future though, and I've got something to point to that proves that I think. Do you think he knows? Is he like watching the audiobooks and he's going around making them longer just to spite me? Okay. Eddie comes in. What's happening, guys? Asks Eddie. Hi, Eddie, says everyone. Hey, my funny king of jawbreakers, says Luann. So natural. So very natural. It's like, wow. Like peanut butter and jelly, They go so well together. Hey, Luann, my angel of comedy, says Eddie, walking over to Luann and kissing her. Oh my goodness. It's game night here, Eddie. Want to play with us? I ask. Sure, says Eddie. Hey, I was just wondering, do you guys know any good therapists? Asks Lynn. Well, Clyde recommends. Lincoln gets cut off. To help you deal with your loss tonight? Burn, taunts Lynn. The others sigh in exasperation. Okay, guys, what'll it be tonight? Asks Lori, walking up to the shelf. Let's play Go Fish, says Lily. Oops. Good choice, Lily. Go Fish it is, says Lori, getting the cards. I have some extra cards for us, I say. I pull out some extra card decks. Good thinking, says Lori. So, you have them just on you? Why not put them on the shelf with the other cards, you freaking awesome guy? It's just... Later into the game, let's see. Wednesday, do you have any fives? Right. How could I have forgotten Wednesday Adams? Part of the family. Have any fives? Asks Wednesday. I ask. I do not. Go fish, she answers. I draw a card. Laney, do you have any kings? Asks Wednesday. Two of them, says Laney, giving them to Wednesday. My nose! I've never understood. How do you win Go Fish? Is it just to have more cards than everyone else? Do them. You give them. Lucy, do you have any eights? Asks Wednesday. I do not. Go fish, says Lucy. Wednesday draws a card. Carol, do you have any twos? Asks Lucy. Oh my god. Does this have like a A 20-line game of Go Fish. Super exciting. Carol, do you have any twos? Asks Lucy. Sorry, Lucy, go fish, says Carol. Carol draws a card. Lisa, do you have any threes? Asks Carol. Negative, Carol, go fish, answers Lisa. Carol draws a card. Lynn, do you possess any sevens? Asks Lisa. Hope you got gas in your boat, says Lynn. Pardon? I have no aquatic vehicles. Says Lisa. 'Cause you're going fishing, taunts Lynn. Ha 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 ha. Lisa draws a card. Lori, you seemed pretty interested in deuces last night. Got any? Asks Lynn. Lori sighed and gives her her two. Her two. Boom! Looking for this. Boom! Welcome to Loser Town. Population all of you, says Lynn, slamming her cards on the table. She says, as she points to all of us simultaneously. Well, now that that's over with, says Lincoln. He and everyone proceed to get up. Wait! Hold on. Tonight's special. It's my... Actually, here, I'll do this again. Wait! Hold on, says Lynn, stopping them. Tonight's special. It's my... She presses a button, revealing a celebratory tarp. 300th win in a row. I am unbeaten by you chumps, says Lynn, busting out a bazooka that fires confetti at them and runs off. Woo! Dudes, this confetti's made out of our homework. Bogus, says Luna, coughing from the confetti and seeing something familiar. Lynn beat you that many times? She's unstoppable, says I say. No, not you, though. You've got superpowers, remember? You've got you don't know it yet, but you're going to whip out the power to win every board game ever that you apparently had the entire time. You just never bothered to try and use it. I know, says Anastasia. She's a force to be feared, says Penny. I'm so tired of that athletic annoyance always rubbing it in our faces, says Lainey. That seems a little harsh for Lainey, doesn't it? Anywho, tell me about it. She is so obnoxious, sighs Lola. Oh, tell me about it. She's so obnoxious, says Lola. I feel like I'm slurring my speech a little more. Hold on. Ah, if only we could beat her just once. Maybe she'd stop gloating, says Lincoln. Yeah, that's a good idea, says Linka. I agree, big brother, says Lily. How are we going to do that if she's better at every game on the shelf? Asks Lori. Maybe we need to try a game that isn't on the shelf. Something that Lynn doesn't know. Something that one of us is really good at, says Lincoln. Great idea, says Bree. I think I might have just the game, says Lola, inspired. The game is a pageant-themed game. Pretty pageant queen? I don't even know how to play this, says Lynn. That sounds like pretty princess. An old game from a long time ago, I say. Fantastic. Oh, okay. If you're afraid of losing, says Lola. I'm no loser. It is on, says Lynn. Later, Lola is dominating Lynn at the game. She moves her piece onto a perfect space. Oh, just earned my sash. Just 2 spaces from being the pretty pageant queen, says Lola. Hold up. It says in the rule book that if you can roll 3 tens at once, you get 3 tens from the judges and an automatic win, says Lynn, checking the rule book. She picks up the dice, spits on them, and rattles them. Gross. Good luck. The odds of such an occurrence would be 1 in 1,720. Lynn rolls the dice. I did it! Or did it! Not I did it. The dice show that she really did roll 3 tens in a row. Her siblings gasp in astonishment. How the... exclaims Marie, shocked. Lola faints from such a humiliating defeat. It's not really humiliating, right? It's just luck. Uh, Is that Linner, chicken dinner, says Lynn, doing her victory dance. And clucking? We will never beat her at anything, says Lucy. I know a game I can beat her at, says Lana, showing her favorite board game, Plumbing Pro. You have to remove all the objects from form the plumbing without touching the sides. Oh, so it's operation. That's like operation. Oh, there, case in point. One of my favorite concentration games, says Free. Yeah, but toilet style, says Eileen. Oh, this looks easy. I'll start by removing the hairball from the shower drain, says Lynn, attempting to, but touches the sides and feels a vibration. Uh-oh. You touched the side. One more buzz and you lose, says Lana. Growls Lynn with rage. Excuse me a second. She steps out and starts doing push-ups. You want to lose, Lynn? Huh? Huh? You want to be the mayor of Loser Town? Then get your head in the game. She gets up, pounds her chest, tosses the trash can, and roars. The others have witnessed it. Did they? She's coming back in. She's coming back in. Whoops, says Lucy. They all sit down as Lynn returns. Let's do this, says Lynn. She shouts? Or I don't know, shouting, as she removes every single piece of clogging from every piece of plumbing in the game, making the toilet flush, showing it's clear. Yes, another win for Lynn, says Lynn. The moment she leaves, the game breaks into two. Whoa, I say. Geez Louise, says Eddie. Lynn is a monster when it comes to games, says Gabriella in a British accent. Lincoln gets an idea. Guys, I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. The Ace Savvy trivia game. There's no way she can beat me, says Lincoln. Lori is giving the questions. Okay, guys, whoever answers this last question right wins, says Lori. Somehow Lynn is calm and Lincoln is nervous. The other sisters are scowling at him. Lincoln, what the heck? You haven't gotten a single answer right, whispers Lola. It's not my fault. Lynn keeps getting in my head, says Lincoln. Lori reads the question. Who is Ace Savvy's sidekick? Lincoln buzzes in. Oh, that's so easy, says Lincoln. Oh, is it? Are you sure? It could be a trick question. I'm just saying, says Lynn manipulatively. She chuckles. Game's writing on this. It'd sure be a shame if you choked. She pretends to choke. Lincoln cracked under the pressure. Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Whatever. Says Lincoln, cracking under the pressure. I think I already said that part. Even I know this one. It's One-Eyed Jack, says Lynn, buzzing in and scoffing. Correct, says Lori, defeated. Boom! I win. Better get out of here before I breathe in too many loser fumes, says Lynn, leaving. Victorious once again. I hate Lynn. When is Lynn gonna lose her dark side, huh? When is evil Lynn gonna separate from good Lynn? And then good Lynn's gonna be all like, it wasn't me who was all boastful and prideful and rude. It was my evil shadow part. Sorry, guys, I totally choked, says Lincoln, disappointed. It's not your fault, buddy, I say. Probably is, though. It's okay, Lincoln, says Lori. I got a game I know I can beat her at, but we have to do it in my gymnasium. Let's go, I say, casually. We all head over to the gymnasium, and I bring out a huge bag of dodgeballs. Right, yeah. Lynn the sportsman, Lynn the sporty sister, loud sister. She's screwed when it comes to a physical game. Granted, if it's against JD, frankly, I'd be surprised if there is a game that he would lose at. But whatever. Dodgeball, one of my favorite sports. We play at this all the time in gym class. I say, everyone is on the bleachers. Go get her, JD, says Eileen. This is a cinch. I can beat you at this, says Lynn. We shall see. I dump the bag of balls out in the middle of the floor and stand on one side of the court, and Lynn is on the other side. Laney, would you like to be the referee? I ask. Sure, says Laney, going up and sits. Yeah, it's not like there's already an entire room full of people watching. Whatever. She goes up and sits in a volleyball watch seat. Yeah, okay, whatever. All right, go, she announces. We run and grabbed some balls and threw them and dodged, evaded, and more. I hit Lynn 2 times and she summoned up all her strength and threw 3 balls at me, and they hit me in the face. Wow, I can't fucking believe it. JD lost. Also, you don't know how dodgeball works, does you? Does you? Does you? Does you? Um, Granted, it's not like you can't. If you just said little line of text that says, "Oh, we're playing by my rules. Get hit 3 times and you lose," something like that. But hey, casually, right? JD, who's got super speed and strength and this and that, million different options, would lose. Unless, of course, you could have also spared another line of text that said, "Oh, and no powers will be used during this." But I guess that's too hard. Whatever. Okay. Well, hey, even if that's a little stupid, at least I get to see JD lose. A silver lining. Sighs Eleni. JD's out and Lynn wins. Yeah, Lynn, chicken dinner, says Lynn. Wow, she is good, I say. I've got an idea. We haven't tried this yet, says Laney. What is it, Laney? Asks Marie. Laney smirks. If we can't find a game Lynn can't beat us at, we'll just make one up. Messed up rules will mess up her mojo, says Laney. That's brilliant, I say. Yeah, I can't read as well because I'm scratching my eye. We'll make a game so ridiculous that Lynn can't possibly win, says Linka, and we'll even out the odds in our favor, says Lucy. All right, guys, let's brainstorm ideas, says Eileen. No need, I already have one. It's all here in my dream journal. Oh, naturally. Hey, who doesn't write about made up board game ideas in their dream journal? Whatever. Right. She shows said journal to us. Wow, you've got some weird dreams, Lane, says Luna. Fucking, okay, a little mean. Now I'm itching both eyes, so I just can't even read. Okay, later we were in the backyard. Lynn and Lincoln were on unicycles with 3 balloons tied to their backs, holding tennis rackets and beach balls. Lainey's still wearing her referee uniform. The rest of us are sitting in rows like bleachers. All right, everybody, the name of the game is called Beach Unicycle Racquetball. Um, the rules are simple. Get the ball over the opponent's post while dodging the traps they throw at you, using the objects around you, and keep your balloons from being popped. But you have to do it all without leaving the unicycle. And if all of your 3 balloons are popped, you're out. That's like not even what? That's like how is that in anyone's favor? Why? Like what? The whole point was to make a game that's like in your favor, Weird, wacky rules that I mean, sure the rules are strange, but it's not like Lincoln's going to be any better at them. And once again, this feels kind of physical heavy challenge. Unicycle? I could believe Lynn knows how to ride a unicycle. Fucking. Okay, well, here, hold on. Maybe it'll work. Where was I? Popped and you're out, says Laney. Wow, so one balloon popped is like a strike in baseball, I say, or like being hit with a dodgeball in the special dodgeball game mode where if you get hit 3 times, you're out. Ah. Oh, that's right, says Laney. Piece of cake, says Lynn. We'll see about that. Play ball, says Laney, throwing up the ball, and Lynn and Lincoln begin serving it back and forth to each other like in tennis until the ball hits the ground as Lynn tries to hit it. Laney then blows the whistle. What the heck was that about? Asks Lynn. Did I forget to mention that you're supposed to keep the ball from touching the ground? That's an immediate penalty, says Laney, holding out a thumbtack and popping one of Lynn's balloons. Lynn growls. That's strike 1 on Lynn, says Marie. Okay, well, this is different from making a game with wacky rules, and instead you're just making a game with rules that you don't tell her about. Oh, weird. Okay, sorry. Mama. That's strike 1 on Lynn, says Vuri. Play ball, says Laney, tossing the ball, and Lynn and Lincoln begin to play again. Lynn sees Luann holding a pie, and Lynn takes it from her. Oh, and throws it at Lincoln's face. Laney then blows her whistle again. Now what? Asks Lynn. Illegal use of a banana cream pie. That's strike 2, says Laney, popping another one of Lynn's balloons. 1 balloon left, Lynn. 1 more pop and you're out, says Lincoln, smug. Lynn Lynn grows in frustration. Oh, no, my bad. I thought it was Lynn growling in frustration like she did the last few times. No. She's growing frustrated. Okay. That's on me. Time out, says Lynn. Lynn jumps off her unicycle and leaves. In the front yard, Lynn was once again doing push-ups. Don't listen to them, Minster. They're trying to psych you out with their made-up rules and their ridiculous game. It ain't gonna work. You're not a loser, you're a winner. So start acting like one. Ah! Says Lynn, pounding her chest like a gorilla. Back at the backyard, the backyard. Lynn returns. Here she comes, says Eileen. Lynn gets back on the unicycle. Just then, Lynn throws a tire from the tire swing and uses it as a ramp as she rides her unicycle up to Lincoln's goal in slow motion. She hits the ball through the goal. What? Never mind, I don't care. She won? Asks Lainey, shocked. Was that even... I don't know. Is that what... I thought the rules are simple. Get the ball over your opponent's post while dodging their traps they throw at you as you... So it's just like, get it through once and you win? Okay. What was I? Yeah, in your faces, I won, you lost, says Lynn. What was that? Who said you can use that tire? Asks Laney. Well, why didn't you blow your whistle, dipshit? Stupid referee. You know, all you had to do was blow the whistle. Ooh, illegal use of a tire swing. Technically, you said to use whatever's around me to throw at my opponent, and that tire swing was the only thing around me at the other yard. But you didn't throw it at your opponent, did you? You used it as a ramp. Boom. There. Technical foul or whatever. Blows your whistle, pop the balloon, and then we're done with the chapter. But no, we have to keep reading. Yay. Okay. I've lost my spot. But I didn't say you can. Lainey gets cut off by Lynn doing her victory dance. Oh yeah, go Lynn, it's my birthday. Oh yeah, says Lynn. I mean, hold on. Says Easter egg character Lynn. Lynn. Spelled Lynm. Lynm. She's the secret sister that we don't talk about. That might be. I wonder if I've ever missed any other misspellings of people's names. I'm pretty sure I've seen it happen before, but it's kind of funny. She dances off. We were all speechless. It's hopeless, says Lori. No matter what we do, Lynn will always find a way to beat us, says Lana. And rub it in our faces, says Lola. Lincoln muffles under the tire. Maybe mumbles is what you meant to put. We are doomed to forever suffer her gloating, says Lucy. Lisa gets an idea. Maybe not. It appears that Lynn has no trouble taking on one of us at a game. But if she takes on all of us, says Lisa, showing them her favorite board game. Behold, the settlers of Catland. The objective is to build as many cat structures as possible. But here's the kicker. One cannot do so without forming alliances. Ergo, if we freeze out Lynn, she is bound to go down in proverbial flames, says Lisa. Oh, I see. Divided we are weak, but united we are strong. I say, technically you haven't been divided this entire time, have you? You've all been working together in your own sense. We all get cunning looks in our eyes and decide to go with this plan. Later, the game is not going in Lynn's favor. What? She asks frustratedly. Frustrated? Seriously? No one has a yarn ball to trade me for some catnip? She stammers. The others mutter and moan that they do not have a single yarn ball. Ugh! I can't build squat. This game bites it. Hard, says Lynn. The cat timer meows and rings. Lisa turns it off, satisfied. Well, I see our time is up, says Lisa, checking the score. We have a 22-way tie for first, with Lynn in the distant second. Oh, my eye. It just won't go away. I have to stop reading. Come to sleep and drifted downwards. Where was I? Lynn in distant second. Count it again, demands Lynn. Lynn, I do not make errors, says Lisa, smug. Burned, I say. You're so cool. This flabbergasts Lynn. We all leave cheering that they finally defeated her. Well, that ought to stop Lynn's competitive behavior, says Lisa. And all of her gloating, says Lincoln. You said it, Lincoln, says Free. Yeah, I'd say we really got her gloat, says Luann. I get it. Ha 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 ha, we put her on a gluten-free diet, I say. I guess that's kind of a pun. Unless she's a glutton for punishment? Oh, glutton for punishment, says Luann. The others just leave, not wanting to hear any more. Ha. Hey, where are you going? I'm just gloating started. That's a little weak, says Eddie. The next day, Lincoln and Linka get some milk from the fridge and they drink it from the carton, but Lynn comes in with a carton of her own. I can chug faster than you, says Lynn, chugging the whole thing down, belching in Lincoln and Linka's face and smashing the carton on her forehead. I win, in your face, milkins, milkins, yeah, milkins. Woo! Lenny's heading upstairs, but racing to the top, says Lynn, charging upstairs and shoving Lenny. Ow, says Lenny. Lynn makes it to the top. Woohoo! I win! Ho ho ho! Ho ho! You went down hard, she says. I thought I was going up, says Lenny, stuck to the wall and still trying to walk. Lily is building with blocks, and Lynn has built a tower with some of her own. Lily is building with some blocks. Lily, who is not a baby in this scene, is building with blocks. I mean, hey, everyone's got their own. Maybe it's really fun. Ah. And now I've lost my spot. I just keep doing that, don't I? Lily's building with blocks, and Lynn built a tower that's with some of her own. Yes, I win. I stacked more blocks than you, says Lynn, dancing, twerking right on Lily's blocks, making them fall on her. That's nice. Hey, that's great. Well, I think that's the second time? First was what? Lincoln twerking zombies away in some VR dance game? Good thing I remember that. Hard to forget, I guess. Yeah, she dances away. Lily comes out of her blocks. Not funny, Lynn, says Lily. Lisa is mixing chemicals, but so is Lynn, who makes hers explode. Boom! I win! I made an explosion first, says Lynn. I wasn't trying to make an explosion, says Lisa. Her chemicals explode anyway. Dang it! Lynn and Lucy are washing the dishes. I can wash faster than you, says Lynn, as she starts washing the dishes rapidly. Lola is brushing her teeth, and Lynn appears. I can brush faster than you. She brushes her insanely quick with multiple toothbrushes, showing her pearly whites, and loses a tooth much to Lola's disturbance. Later that night, I can go to sleep the fastest, says Lynn to her siblings groan. I can snore the loudest. Loud? Loudest? Loudcest? Uh-oh. She snores obnoxiously, much to her siblings' annoyance. The next morning, woo, I was up first, says Lynn. In the living room, Lori comes in. Haha, Lori, I totally ate more bacon than you, loser. Lori groans, aggravated, and opens the door. What are you doing? Asks Lincoln. Anywhere I can be away from Lynn. What? Lori groans, aggravated, and opens the door. Where are you going? Oh, I asked. Whatever. Where are you going? Asks Lincoln. Anywhere I can be away from Lynn, says Lori. Pancake challenge right now. Which of you lamos is gonna man up? Asks Lynn. Lucy rises up. Please take us with you, she begs. The others are riding in Vanzilla for some peace and quiet. Ah, this is sweet, right, dudes? Asks Luna. The others agree. I really need a break from her, says Luann. But then, come on, Lynn, push it, dig deep. Come on, dig deep, says Lynn. It's revealed that Lynn is riding a bike right past Vanzilla. Yeah, you lose, eat my dust, says Lynn, pedaling away. Her siblings groan. A sibling meeting is taking place in Laurie and Carol's room. Laurie bangs a shoe to order. We all know why we're here. The Lynn situation is literally the worst thing that's ever happened, says Laurie. Yeah, she's even more obnoxious than ever, says Linka. She didn't bother me and the rest of us at all. I think she was doing it to you all mostly. I say, oh, good. I was worried JD was also, to some extent, you know, unhappy, um, bothered. Where was I? Yeah. No, wait. We never should have beat her at that cat game, says Lucy. I say we challenge Lynn to a rematch, only this time we throw the game. That way, she'll feel like a winner again and stop driving us crazy, says Lincoln. Good idea, Lincoln, says Marie. Everyone except Luna and Lola like the sound of that. Cut to them having challenged Lynn. Why not Luna and Lola? Whatever. A rematch, huh? Well, this place is gonna be spotless after I wipe the floor with you. Booyah! Let's do this, says Lynn. Cut to the Cut to later in the game. Will anyone trade me a scratching post for a laser pointer? Asks Lynn. The others offer her their scratching post cards. Will anyone trade me a cat bed for a litter box? Asks Luann. Um, the others intentionally decline. Oh, right. My bad. Lincoln secretly. Oops, wait. I gave my last one to Lynn, says Lola. Lincoln secretly moves a card from his pocket and pushes it that the top of the deck. Your turn, Lynn, says Luna. Lynn draws. She draws, and to her amazement, yes, ball of twine. Chumps. She rolls a dice and gets a one. One? Gah, come on, says Lynn. Lisa bangs the table hard enough to make the die switch to six. Are you sure you read that right? Asks Lisa. Lynn sees it. Six all day long, baby. Later, Lynn has pretty much everything else in the settlement. Hope you guys are hungry, 'cause it's almost time. Linner chicken dinner. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, says Lynn confidently. While most of them smile knowing their plan is working, Lenny starts looking nervous. She grabs the board and tosses it out the window. The others ask why she went and did it. What? The plan was to throw the game and no one else was doing it, says Lenny. Ha 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 ha, I get it. Lenny, that's not what we meant, I say. Wait a sec. Throw the game? You guys are trying to lose to me on purpose. You guys are trying to lose to me on purpose? She asks suspiciously. Okay, yes, we were. We just thought if we let you win, you'd stop being so insanely competitive with us, says Lincoln. I was just trying to get my edge back after losing to you guys, says Lynn. Well, to be completely transparent, the only reason you lost is because we all teamed up against you, says Lisa. What? Why would you do that? Asks Lynn. Cause after your 300 wins, says Luna. Well, technically 306, but who's counting? Interrupts Lynn. We couldn't take your gloating anymore, dude, says Luna, aggravated from Lynn's interruption. You're such a poor sport. You can't take losing well, and whenever you win, you do that stupid victory dance, says Laney. Yeah, and we were all in the same gloat. We were tired of eating your gloat meals, says Luann. Not now, Luann, says Lori, not in the mood. Ha 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 ha. Love the jokes, Luann, but not now, my funny angel. Fucking weird, man. Oh, sorry, says Luann. Luann stops. To exit full screen, press and hold escape. Oh, sorry, says Luann. Luann stops. Wow, so you're saying I'm a bad loser and a bad winner? Asks Lynn. Precisely, says Lisa. You all feel this way? Asks Lynn. Yeah, kinda, afraid so. We all feel this way, say Lynn's siblings. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be a jerk. I just love playing games, especially with you guys. Look, if you give me another chance, I promise to be a better sport. What do you say? Asks Lynn. The others think for a moment and agree. Why not? Says Lori. Okay, Lynn, says Lola. Yes, first to apologize, says Lynn victoriously. Really? Asks Laney. Sorry, that was the last one. Better sport starting now, says Lynn, realizing. Later, a card game comes to an end. That's all my cards, so I guess says says Lynn. The others all have looks of nonchalant accepts on their faces. I think you mean nonchalant acceptance. You can say it. You win, says Lincoln. Okay, cool. I win, says Lynn, shaking Lincoln's hand. Cool. Good game, guys. Good game. And JD, those skills you showed in dodgeball were awesome. Oh, I'm glad you remembered. And I'm glad you brought it up because, naturally, fucking like it's like he forgot to have Lynn fucking stroke his ego. So it's like he probably had it at the back of his mind. He's like, well, when should I bring it up? When should I bring it up? As in James, who's writing this. You know? When should he bring up Lynn complimenting his dodgeball skills? It's like, oh, at the end. I'll do it at the end. I don't. If you're gonna have it happen, just have it happen when it should, right? That dodgeball game, I assume, was at least a day ago. Yeah, it was at least a day ago because they all went to sleep, and Lynn was all like, "I bet I can fall asleep first." Okay. Thanks, Lynn, I say. Lynn gives the peace sign, leaves, and steps outside. And dot dot dot. Oh, wow, she really learned to be a good sport. I'm proud of her, says Laney. We all look outside. Think again, says Lincoln. Yeah, I rule, says Lynn celebratorily. She starts dancing. Linner, chicken dinner. She does the worm. I want to do the worm. The others are watching from the windows. Window. Everyone is piled in on one window. I guess it's a big house. Could be have big windows. At least it's not to our faces, says Lincoln. Yep, says Vuri. We all agree, stating that Lynn has a long way to go to stop gloating entirely. Yeah, she's got an evil alter ego to separate from. Lynn rips the sleeves off her jersey and shouts in victory. Winner! That's our sports athlete, I say. You said it, says Laney. The end. Another fanfiction completed. I love sports as much as anyone else, but rubbing it in someone's face is not cool. Let me know what you all think. I hated to see you next time. Chapter 94, Mystery at Yokai Academy. Me and Naruto, oh goody. Is this going to be another Naruto chapter? Fingers crossed. Are in the simulator doing an exercise. Oh, boy. Okay. Vuri, Eileen, Lori, Carol, Lenny, Luna, Ember, Ember, Sam L, Jerry, Sam M. Yeah, because I remember who Sam L and Sam M are. Danny, Eddie, Luann, Lynn, Shannon, Lincoln and Linka, Lucy, Wednesday, Haiku, Laney, Penny, Lena and Lola, Penny. Uh, I'm sorry, are there two Pennies or did you put Penny twice? Who cares? Lisa, Lily, Liam, Tabby, Zach, Sakura, Inofu, Hanada, Makari, Tenten, Kushina, Tayuya, Rin, Isaribi, and Sasami. Sasame? Sasame? Sasame. We're in the control room. The simulator activated, and me and Naruto found ourselves in the yokai realm. I don't know what that is. We're in the world of Rosario plus Vampire, another one of my favorite animes. Okay. Yeah, never heard of it. I believe it. I believe it! Says, this forest is really creepy, says Naruto. I know. Stay close to me, I say. Like, what? Did you, forget that Naruto has been, powered up 50 fucking times from all the Naruto chapters? You know? Every single time. Oh, the seals are broken. Now he's the most powerful person in the universe. And then you combine him with the Naruto in the real world. However the hell that works. Me and Naruto walk through the forest and we hear a bike bell coming. Jump, I say. A bike bell? What, you afraid of being hit by a bike? Jump, I yell. Me and Naruto jumped and we see a girl with pink hair and a green school uniform on ride past us and she fell to the ground. We land and rush over her? Over to her? What? What were you jumping from? What? Whatever. Maybe they jumped out of the way. We land. Oh, we land. So they jumped straight up in the air and let her go under them. Whatever. Miss, are you okay? I ask. Yeah, I'm a little dizzy, says question mark. Naruto saw her fangs and knew she was a vampire. You're a vampire, aren't you? He asks. Yes, answers question mark. Naruto cuts his hand with a kunai and blood comes out. Here, have a drink, says Naruto. Oh, naturally. Naturally. That almost feels racist. Oh, you're a vampire. Well, we all know that vampires drink blood. So you must be thirsty for blood right now. You just cut your hand. What an idiot. Thank you, says question mark. The girl takes a big drink. Ew, gross. And it was all better. That's better. Sorry, I'm Mocha Akashiya, says question mark. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mocha. I'm JD Nutson. And I'm his little brother, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, says Naruto. It's a pleasure. I was on my way to Yokai Academy, says Mocha. That's where we're headed, I say. Yep, can we walk with you? Asks Naruto. Well, she's got a bike, but whatever, I guess she'll walk now. I would like that, says Mocha. Of course she would. When is she going to be added in to probably Naruto's harem? Let's be real. That's why he's here, isn't he? As we all walked, I asked Mocha a question about her past. I don't like talking about my past very much. Maybe you shouldn't have asked about it, James. You just fucking met her. Anyways, uh, I don't uh, I don't like talking about my past very much. I come from a powerful vampire family, and I was ostracized because of my habits, says Mocha. I know how you feel, Mocha. Like like you, I have a dark past. My whole village, minus a few, have treated me like I was a plague. I'm the Jinchu. Like, is she gonna know what this means? Whatever. I'm the Jinchuriki of the nine-tailed fox. My parents were killed on the night I was born, and I was made the Jinchuriki of the fox. My village hated my guts, and it was not pleasant. I can believe it, says Naruto. That's horrible, Naruto. I'm so sorry, says Mocha, seemingly knowing what all that meant. I mean, I guess she picked up on context clues. It's no big deal, Mocha, but thank you, says Naruto. It's no big deal. I met Naruto during a battle, and I made him my little brother. Real predator type shit, man. You don't just say that. Yeah, I like go up to some kid who's very definitely younger than me. Wanna Do you want an older brother? It's just so weird. I say, I now became a Kitsune Angel Hanyu. I'm half human, half Kitsune, but I also have angel abilities. I have enormous power as a result, says Naruto. That's incredible, Naruto. What about you, JD? Do you have powers too? Asks Mocha. Oh boy, do we? Do I? Yes, I do, Mocha, but I was born a normal human. But I was given my powers because of cosmic radiation from outer space. It gave me omnipotent powers and more. I say, that's incredible, says Mocha. It is. I have tremendous power, and with great power comes great responsibility. That's gonna just bite you in the ass in the next couple thousand chapters, isn't it? Hell, every single chapter, I'm sure it'll bite you in the ass from here on out. Ah, that's true, says Mocha. Mocha, I think you're very beautiful. Okay, here we go. Mocha, I think you're very beautiful as you are, and I can even tell that you have great power deep down inside, says Naruto. Thank you, Naruto, but this is not my real self. My rosary cross I have around my neck holds my inner self. If I were to take this off, I would turn into my true form, the truly terrifying vampire, says Mocha. That's incredible. That rosary must suppress your true power and keeps it from escaping, I say. How about you just how about you just snap your fingers? Oh, all better. You've got all your powers and none of the downsides. Same way you break all of Naruto's uh, uh, ceiling seals, whatever they're called, the seals. That won't happen until later in the chapter, though. It's gonna happen. We all know it will. Don't pretend like you don't. That's right. I wish I could remove the seal permanently. Oh, there it is. She even used the same word. So that my true self and my outer self could someday live as one instead of two separate beings, says Mocha. I'm sure you'll find a way to break the seal for good someday, says Naruto. Yeah, it's not like you're talking to the most likely person who could help you break the seal right now, currently, but whatever. Me too, Mocha, I say. You're not afraid of me? How come? I feel like we're past that. Asks Mocha. Trust me, Mocha. We are no strangers to everything in the world of the paranormal and supernatural, says Naruto. Also, me and Naruto are not the kind of people to judge people like that. We would never do something like, well, I mean, if she's just straight up got an evil alter ego around her neck, there's always some cause for concern, but you know, always try to do the right thing, do right by people, blah blah blah. We would never do something like that, I say, especially to a pretty and beautiful girl, says Naruto. We get it. All right, I couldn't have been all more on the nose with the whole harem to be. Yeah, new harem contestant. You know, she's gonna be next in the harem. You get the point. Hey, isn't Naruto's entire harem just been people from the Naruto, girls, obviously girls from the Naruto universe so far? You think he's gonna you think he's gonna give any male characters a gay harem? Or, females a lesbian one? Somehow I feel like the lesbian harem is more um likely considering JD's proclivity to goon. Aren't we all a little goony deep down? I forgot where I was. Especially to a pretty and beautiful girl, says Naruto. Mocha blushes. Thank you, guys. We arrived at the school, and it was an amazing place. So this is Yokai Academy? It looks like a Japanese castle, I say. It kinda does, says Naruto. You're not gonna believe this. But it is, I mean, whatever. It kinda does, says Naruto. We find our homeroom, and I'm sorry, you've already enrolled. Whatever, it's simulator, I'm sure they just typed it in. They all look human, but I'll bet they are all monsters in disguise, I say in my head. Well, then you should fit right in, JD. You don't know it yet. I mean, you're hardly the best, an outstanding citizen so far, but soon, right? I'm pretty sure most of his wrath has been focused on bad people, quote unquote, right? Like the kid that Laney killed. Technically, he was a bully before, he was sent to that place where the devil gave him his powers and whatnot. So I guess in some small way, he kind of deserved some of it, like a fraction of it, a very small fraction. Um, but yeah, so far, it's just been people who are, unless I'm forgetting something, but it seems that JD, has only been outrageously cruel to people who are just bad. Yeah, in a very broad sense, you know. Obviously, I don't think the little kid whose name I forgot, Chandler Henderson. I don't think Chandler was really bad enough to justify it, but at the end of the day, yes, I guess he was bad. Um, now I've gone and lost my spot. I've lost my train of thought too. But there's no, like with the Quahog stuff, that'll come in good time. I guess Peter isn't really a great guy either. Then again, neither was Stewie, but he appeared to team. It's just it becomes less about him actively punishing bad people in cruel and unusual ways, and more so him punishing people that he just doesn't like. You know, and that's arguably worse than just straight up a villain doing evil things. Because because I mean, a villain doing evil things, at least you know what you're getting. But with JD, it's like, well, shit. What if I turn out? Oops. What if I turn out to not like something he likes? And I guess that's death sentence for me. Load up the guillotine. Oh well, who cares? Whatever. He's a monster. Oh, spilled a little bit of my drink. No, it's a mess. Anywho, monsters in disguise. I say in my head, we met our teacher, Shizuka Nekonome. Wait, Nekonome. Nekonome? 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 Whatever, Nekonome it's gonna have to be. Welcome, you must be the new students. I'm your homeroom teacher, Shizuka Nekonome, says Miss Nekonome. I hate that name. I think I might just say Nekonome because it's easier. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm JD Nuts, and I say, I'm Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, his little brother. No, you're not. Thou shalt not lie, Naruto. We're not related by blood. Okay, well, at least he clears it up. It's something we like to keep hidden. That you're not hidden by blood, or that you're brothers? Is it because it's weird? You keep it hidden because most people would see like these two people not related by blood calling each other brother and just instantly think, okay, something weird going on. Because it is. It is weird. Whatever. It's I've been fucking yapping for what feels like 15 minutes, and I'm sure I'm like a tenth of the way through the chapter. We're not related by blood. And I'm Mocha Akashiya. Says Mocha, please take your seat, says Miss Nekonome. We took our seats, and me and Naruto scanned the students. One student caught our eye. It was a girl named Fenikusu Megami. She was a phoenix. Cool. She's a phoenix, one of my favorite creatures of myth. I'll have to ask her to join. I'll have to ask her to join us. I say in my head. Naruto saw a kid named Saizo Komiya, and he looked like he could hurt Mocha in any way. He looked like he could hurt Mocha in any way, shape, or form. What is he, like a garlic monster with stakes for fingers and a little cross around his neck? Or is he just giving off those vibes? You know? A lot easier to just like imply that our main characters already know that this guy is evil, rather than, I don't know, have him prove it to them in any way. Fucking stupid. That kid Saizo, how do you know his name? Whatever. That kid Saizo is a menace and he's planning on making Mocha his own, says Naruto to me telepathically. Like, good guess. I assume it's going to be a good guess. I'm assuming he's going to reveal that he wants to make Mocha his own, whatever that means. Weird. Thanks for telling me, bro. We'll deal with it when we can, I say. I answered Naruto telepathically. Naruto nodded. At lunch, we were talking to Fenikusa. Oh, we were talking and Fenikusa came. Hey, can I sit here? Wow, what a coinkydink, asks Fenikusa. Sure, I say. She sat by Naruto. Uh-oh. Looks like Naruto's got another harem, uh, potential harem applicant. There we go. That's whatever. My name is JD Nuts, and I say, oh yeah, let's get 50th round of introductions. Here we go. My name is I know. My name is Fenix Usu. I still can't say it right. Megami, and I can we call him Megami? Megami's easy to say. And I heard a lot about you and how you defeated the notorious Black Daffodil Gang. That's really cool. Hey, did somebody like when they were making up the simulator situation? Did they type that in? Did they like enter all of JD's fucking history and accomplishments? Or are you implying that they just, or is is JD's fame so widely known that even in completely simulated realities, which granted will soon become reality if I had to guess, uh, even in these realities, people have somehow heard of his bullshit. It's a pleasure, and news about that sure has traveled far around the world, hasn't it? Yeah, real far. I ask. It sure has, answers Fenikusu. You defeated a gang, JD? Asks Mocha. We sure did. Me and my fiancée, Vuri, and my friends, the Loud siblings, defeated them. The Black Daffodil Gang was terrorizing all of Michigan for 5 years, and we ended their reign of terror, I say. That's amazing, says Mocha. Yeah, it was amazing, says Naruto. You must be the famous Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, says Fenikusu. I am, says Naruto. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Fenikusu. Oh, Naruto was sitting right fucking next to him when you introduced yourself, but hey, why not? Every once in a while, just go ahead and reiterate who you are. It's a pleasure, says Naruto. So, Fenikusu, are you a phoenix, I ask? How did you know that? Asks Fenikusu. Oh, because he's super, super smart and also read your mind or whatever. Your name means phoenix, and it's one of my favorite creatures. Like you knew that. Like you knew that. You looked that up. Then again, of course, I would have prefaced it by saying, "Oh, I looked it up, and it means phoenix." You know. But JD probably would like to imply that he just knows this stuff because he's so smart. The legendary firebird that represents fire. Oh, immortality, reincarnation, resurrection, and renewal. I say, that's all correct. She would be perfect for Team Loud Phoenix Storm. That's all correct. I'm impressed you knew all that. Yes, I am a phoenix. I have amazing firepower, and I can fly with wings. Wings? Wings? If you hear that, that's JD popping a rager. That's amazing. I'm an angel. I'm an angel. Yeah, cosmic radiation made you an angel. More likely, cosmic radiation gave you tumors in the shape of wings. But hey, sure, you know, angels, cosmic radiation, hand in hand. I'm doing the thing where I interlock my fingers, hand in hand. That's cool. I can tell that you and Naruto have a lot of power, says Fenikusu. Can we explain why? Can we explain why? Take a couple, a cuckle? Cuckle? That feels like foreshadowing. A couple minutes? That's right, says Naruto. Then Saizo came over. Oh no. Hey Mocha, how about you ditch these losers and come with me? Asks Saizo. No thank you, says Mocha. Maybe I didn't make myself clear, says Saizo. Naruto grabbed his arm and he was about to grab her. As he was about to grab her, you stay away from her, pretty boy. Yeah, start hitting on him, says Naruto. Let go, kid. Mocha is mine, says Saizo. I almost want to look up the source material and see what exactly Saizo is like in the anime. Because something tells me he's not this directly unpleasant. Mocha is not a piece of property for your own amusement, you chauvinistic numbskull, says Naruto. That's it, says Saizo. Saizo punched Naruto, but he dodged it, and Naruto punched Saizo in the face and sent him crashing into the wall. How can we kill this guy by the end of the chapter? Nice shot, bro, I say. Way to go, says Mocha. Your strength is truly impressive, says Funakusu. Thanks, guys, says Naruto. Later at sunset, we were heading to our dorm rooms when Saizo confronted us again. You will pay for that punch, says Saizo. You just will never learn, will you? I ask. I will now kill you, and Mocha will be mine. Is this like, I'm sorry, is this Sasuke? Okay, guys. Alright, you fooled me for this long. Go ahead and, like, yank off the mask, Scooby-Doo style. Skadile. Scooby-Doo style, and, I see evil Sasuke under there. You're not fooling anyone. Mocha, I know you're Sakura. Fenakusu, I don't know. We'll say Lady Sonata. Why not? Okay. Where was I? I will now kill you and Mook will be mine. Sizer then transformed into an orc. So you're an orc. I've read a lot about your kinds in books and on computer games. Tried and true. I say, yes, and now you will die, says Saizo. Naruto punched him in the stomach and kicks him in the face and sent him crashing into a tree. You'll have to get to us first, says Naruto. Naruto goes Kitsune Hanyu. I go Angel and Fenukusu went Phoenix. This is so cool. Wow, you look awesome, Fenakusu, says Naruto. Thanks, Naruto, but you can call me Kusu. Thank you. Can we all call you Kusu? I'm going to start calling her Kusu. I hate saying Fenikusu. Fenikusu. All right, let's get them together, says Naruto. Completely unnecessary. Saizo got up and he was mad. You will all die. I mean, you all will die, he exclaims. I punch him in the stomach and kick him in the back of the head. And that seems to be you and Naruto's copyright. Naruto grabbed him with his tails and lifted him up and slammed him into the ground with incredible force. When Saizo got up, Kusu fired a stream of fire at him and burned him bad. The flames of justice shall cleanse the soul, says Kusu. Naruto then charged at him and accidentally tripped and stumbled after Mocha and accidentally took off her rosary. Oh no! A powerful transformation happened. Mocha was enveloped in a bright pink light, and the sky turned dark, and bats covered Mocha. She became like a goddess, and her hair turned silver, and her eyes turned red and slitted. Hey, what's going on here? That's not the same Mocha, says Saizo. Saizo? The bats came off her, and her true form was revealed. Oh man, the tails, they're true. The red eyes, the silver hair, the overwhelming energy. She's an S-class super monster. A real vampire, says Saizo. Whoa, so that's Mocha's true form, says Naruto? Not, like, not remorseful in the slightest for, doing this thing that I'm pretty sure she says was bad. Yeah, because her true form's evil or some shit. Unbelievable. Her power is completely unreal, I say. Incredible. So this is the legendary vampire, says Kusu? So then I suppose that the one that woke me up was you, huh? Asks Mocha. Evil Mocha? That was me by accident, says Naruto. Mocha looked at Naruto. So we meet at last, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. How do you know my name? Says Mocha. Yes, says Naruto. You three have done very well against this maniac. I'll handle the rest from here, says Mocha. He's all yours, I say. Show him what happens when those that hurt other women, says Kusu. Yeah. Misogynist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she probably shouldn't be so buddy-buddy with them, considering apparently, unless, no, we'll go and check. We'll go and make absolutely certain. Ah. If I were to take this off, I would turn into my true form, the truly terrifying vampire. Okay, so I guess I heard terrifying, and I thought So is there any reason not to have it off? I mean, you straight up said you wish you could remove the seal permanently so that you could. I don't get it. Just remove the seal then. Take off the rosary. What? The truly terrifying. I guess maybe she isn't evil, I guess. I mean, she's about to do something evil and probably kill this guy. I'll handle the rest from here. With pleasure, says Mocha. Get it together, man. You would be a legend if you beat a vampire, says Saizo. I guess he's hyping himself off. Up. Off. It's time for you to know your place, says Mocha, yawning. Mocha kicks Saizo in the face and sends him crashing into the cliff with devastating force. Holy mackerel, I say, as if I couldn't have done the exact same thing. What power, says Naruto. He sure was asking for it, says Kusu. That takes care of him, says Mocha. I must admit your power is all very impressive, she says to us. Thanks, Mocha. Your power is impressive too. You want us to finish him off? I ask. That won't be necessary. He's learned his lesson. Oh, look at that. Mocha would be a good addition to Team Loud Phoenix Storm because she knows restraint and maybe also responsibility and also not killing people just because you don't like them much. But what do I know? I got some ice. Oh, nuts. I gotta clean that up. There we go. Okay, where was I? Learned his lesson? I hope so. He gives boys everywhere a bad name. Yeah, I'm a boy. And now women everywhere look at me like I'm gonna turn orc and hurt them. It's not fair. I have no choice. I'll have to date other men. Where was I? Hope so. He gives boys everywhere bad names, says Naruto. You said it, bro, I say. I agree, says Kusu. I couldn't agree more. Also, when you removed my seal, Naruto, that your chakra merged my personalities together. Oh, how convenient. We are now one thanks to you. How convenient, says Mocha. You're welcome, Mocha, says Naruto. How convenient. That's awesome, Mocha. Way to go, bro, I say. Thanks, says Naruto. You should get to your dorm and explain everything. We should get to our dorms and explain everything, I said, and I butchered that one. At their dorm, Kusu revealed her background, and it was not pleasant. She came from the Phoenix clan, a clan of phoenixes that was known for fire control, immortality, and bringing the dead back to life. They were wiped out by an evil clan of fox demons. Uh-oh. That would be, fox demons, Naruto, Kitsune. Maybe we could do some kind of interesting little conflict there, but that would require good writing skills and no, I don't think James has any of those. Anyways, fox demons called Yokos. Kusu is the last of her clan, and she swore to get revenge on the Yokos. She was adopted by a farmer in Japan. Kusu, that's horrible, I say. I agree. The vampires and the Yokos have been at war with each other for centuries, says Mocha. You're not the only one that's lost a clan, Kusu. My best friend Sasuke Uchiha lost his clan too. Best friend Sasuke Uchiha. You tend to forget, especially since especially since you're so willing to go into the simulator and live out a fantasy where you get to beat the shit out of your an evil version of your supposed best friend. Hey, granted, I don't know. Maybe I would do the same too. I don't have superpowers for one, or a simulator for two. Ah, the Uchiha clan was killed by his older brother, Itachi, and Sasuke swore to kill him and avenge the entire clan. Says Naruto. It was because of the Hidden Leaf Council's corruption that Itachi was forced to kill the entire clan, I say. That's horrible, says Kusu. Yeah, but after the truth was revealed, he changed, and it is now trying to put the Uchiha on the right path, I say. That's good, says Mocha. Yeah, but we have a lot of work to do. I sense that this whole school is having lots of problems with its students and staff. I say. I can sense it too, says Kusu. We've got our work cut out for us, says Naruto. The next day, we were all walking to class, and we heard someone gasp, and we saw a girl with neon blue hair, Hashi Miku, and a beautiful appearance. Please help me, says question mark. Naruto ran over and helped her. It's just that. It's just that, isn't it? He's not going to explain. I hope he doesn't. Help me! Naruto helps her. The end. Excuse me. Are you alright? Asks Naruto. She looked at Naruto and she had purple eyes. Cool, cool. That's awesome. Yes, I am, says question mark. You're Kuramu Corona. Korono? Aren't you? Kurumu? Yeah. Aren't you? Asks Naruto. Yes, how did you know that? Asks Kurumu. I saw an empty desk in our homeroom and I figured it was yours. Um, yeah, but Naruto, how do you know her name? If you said, "Oh, are you in our class?" and she asked, "How did you know that?" then you could say that, and that'd explain it. But I think she was asking about how you knew her name, buddy. And it's not like how does you seeing an empty desk give you her name? Like, oh yes, that must be Kurumu. Even if like you knew Kurumu was in your class, you'd still need to know what she looks like. I, whatever. That's right, and you are my destined one, says. I figured it was yours. That's right, and you are my destined one, says Kurumu. I fired a force blast at her and sent her into her a true. What? I'm sorry. I fired a force blast, sent her into a true. What does that mean? Maybe it's like maybe you meant to say into her true form. Get away from my little brother, I say. Cool. It's like super. I just get like so happy every time I see him call him his little brother. You know, the happiness, it's running up my left arm and into my chest. Ah, you ruined everything, says Kuramu. Kuramu sprouted bat wings and a tail. She's a succubus, the beautiful demons of medieval folklore. I say, the phoenixes and the succubi have had a nasty rivalry, and it's been that way for centuries. I'm sorry, are the phoenixes just up against everyone now? Whatever, says Kusu. That's right, and I'm here on an important mission. The fate of my race is at stake, says Kuramu. Mission? What for? Asks me. Fate of your race? What do you mean? Says Naruto. I was really hoping that Naruto would get yet another woman to probably join his harem at the end of the day. Uh, the reason we succubi seduce men is so we can meet our destined one. My kind are few in number, so in order for our race to survive, we must carefully choose our destined one from a large pool of men that we've bewitched with our love charm. What? I thought the reason succubi seduce men is so that they can fuck them to death and, I don't know, take their life energy or some shit. Whatever, learn something new every day. Unless, of course, this is James Knudsen taking some liberties here. It's called the spell of the succubus. It's a very powerful charm that works on the most weak-minded of men. It's been used by succubi for centuries. I say, it's a very dangerous weapon of the succubi, and we Phoenix are immune. Phoenixes are immune to that charm. It really should be just Phoenix, though, seeing as you're apparently the last of your tribe. That's correct. I had almost done it too, says Kurmu. Her nails become long claws and she slashes at us. But you got in the way of that, JD. That's why I can't let you live, says Kurmu. Oh, yeah, she's gonna be the one to do him in. I dodged all of her attacks. So that's it? That's why you picked a fight with us? Big mistake, says Mocha. Mocha grabbed her tail and spun her around and kicked her in the face and sent her crashing through 3 trees, and she hit another one and slumped on the ground. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I promise, says Kuramu. Mocha, that's it. She's had enough. She's in a lot of pain like me. Let's try and help her out, says Naruto. Yeah, she's actually gonna become, yeah, because she's attractive, I bet. I'm sure in the original anime she is evil, but she's not an evil dude, so she gets to be redeemed and then subsequently joins the harem. Fucking, hey, maybe I'll be proven wrong. Wouldn't that be a dream? You're right, Naruto. We have our own mission too, says Mocha. Kuramu broke down crying, and Naruto formed a shadow clone and comforted her. Yeah, because he doesn't want to get too close, I guess. Really, really insincere if you think about it. How could you tell that she was in pain, Naruto? How could you tell she was in pain, Naruto? Asks Mocha. Well, the way I saw her fly through those first 3 trees, she looked fine, but when she slumped over, oh, I knew. Unless you're implying that you like the minute you looked into her eyes, she was in pain. In which case, you probably should have stopped your posse of psychopaths from unleashing their powers on her to begin with. You dick. Speak up next time. Maybe she won't, get sent flying through a forest and whatever. Through her eyes, says Naruto. That's right. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, and I can tell that Kurumu has been through some tough times, says Kusu. Yeah, those first 3 trees were tough. All 3 of those trees were real tough. 2 hours later, me, Naruto, Mocha, Kusu, and Kurumu, yep, she's part of the squad now, we're checking out the test scores, and we saw that we were all tied for number 1. With someone called Yukari Sendo. We then see 3 boys picking on a little girl in witch attire. That stupid witch costume is against the rules, says boy 1. I walk up to them. Leave her alone, you filthy parasites. Who the heck do you think you are picking on her, I ask. Yeah, she's a little girl, says Naruto. But not little enough. Who wants to be part of the Naruto harem, little girl? Or how about, hey, do you want to be my little sister? Asks JD. Anywho, who are you two? Asks boy 2. Someone you don't want to get mad. Now get out of the way. Get out of here. If we catch you picking on this little girl again, we will kill you, says JD. I say. Remember, the hero is JD. Yeah, consider this your first and last warning, says Naruto. Me, Naruto, Mocha, Kusu, and Kurumu met Yukari Sendo. Hey, that's who we were just talking about. I'm not even cutting that out. Maybe I will. Nah, screw it. It's a pleasure to meet you, Yukari. I'm JD Nutson, I say. I'm Naruto Uzumaki Kanamikaze, says Naruto. I'm Mocha Akishiya, says Mocha. I'm Fenakusu Magami, says Fenakushu. Kusu, not Kushu. And I'm Kurumu Kurono, says Kurumu. It's a pleasure to meet you all, says Yukari. Yukari, I can tell that you have amazing smarts and you have a great talent in the mystic arts like me, I say. You can use magic too? Asks Yukari. Light and dark magic. Also, I can sense that you are in pain too. I can tell that no one accepts you because of your gifts, I say. That's really sad, says Kurumu. Trust me, Yukari, I know how you feel. I too was not liked and more, says Naruto. That's right. You don't have to worry about that anymore. We'll be your friends, says Fenakusu. Yukari was shocked by this and she broke down crying and Naruto comforted her. It's so interesting choice to have Naruto comfort her. Almost like this is setting up for something. How old is she? How old is Naruto for that matter? I don't even remember. I can never remember. I just know that he's got at least one very, very definitely illegal relationship going on. And if he truly cared about that one girl, that's in his harem, then he'd cut ties. I love you, but I can't have you going to jail for being a pedophile. Okay. What was I? I completely lost my spot because I was. There we are. Hey! Exclaims question mark. We saw the same 3 boys from before. Those jokes again, I say. What do you 3 morons want? Asks Naruto. Making friends with a witch is against the rules. It is? Well, shit. It's a weird rule. And you will pay for that, says boy 3. They transform into lizardmen. Lizardmen? I thought they existed only in B movies. Whatever that means. I say. No, we are real and we will kill you for befriending a witch, says Tadashi. Bring it on. I could use a lizard skin wallet to give to my fiancée, but not in here. Let's take this outside, I say. Yeah, we need trees. We need trees to throw you through. Good thinking, says Tadashi. We all go outside to the forest, and a savage fight began. We all overwhelmed the lizard men, and me and Naruto blasted them and killed them. And killed them. Look, maybe in this anime, all these monsters are savage to an extent, and killing them is totally fine. Killing students killing each other, totally fine. Maybe, but also maybe not. And in that scenario, I'd just have to say, you're a fucking psychopath, dude. You can't kill people for being a bully. A bully, because that's what they did, right? They said, "Hey," to the little girl, you're like, "Oh, you're weird, and you're wearing a costume, and you're weird, and we hate you." Right? Then you threatened to kill them. Then they came back, and they're like, "Oh, unless maybe they said they'd kill you too, but like, just Be the bigger man, you goddamn you dick, and just don't kill people over petty bullshit. Yeah, I guess. Hey, oh, but hey, they said they'd kill them first. Yay! And killed them. I take my sword and slash the dead bodies and turn them into a wallet and purse. I was really hoping that that was just like you know, an intimidation tactic, but no. JD continues to prove to be one of the more unstable, unhinged, and downright psychopathic characters, skinning 3 fresh dead bodies and turning their skin into a wallet and purse. Whatever. Perfect, I say. You sure stay true to your threat, JD, says Yukare. What a yeah. We need more people who stay true to their threats these days. Yep, they were asking for trouble and they got it, I say. I sealed the wallet and purse into a scroll. The next day we were looking for a club to sign up for. Let's see, what sounds like a perfect club, I say. I ask, how about Swing Club? Says Naruto, that would be a perfect club for us, but I don't think Mocha and Kusu would like it. I say, yes, you are correct, says Mocha. From what I remember, vampires can't get wet with water because the purities in it will weaken them, and Kusu phoenixes can't get wet because it will extinguish them. I thought it was holy waters that hurt vampires. Is this any water? Christ, man, it must suck to be a vampire, you know? No sun, no water, apparently. No garlic, which, I mean, I could live with. Stake through a heart, obviously, that would normally kill you, even if you weren't a vampire. What else? Crosses, I guess. It's, kind of avoidable. There might be others. Seriously, though, being a vampire has got to be one of the worst, I don't know, power-ups. Because sure, you get cool powers, but you have to drink blood now. That's gross. And you can't go out during the day, and apparently now you can't get wet. Apparently. Anyways, that's right. It won't kill us because we're immortal, says Fenikusu. Yeah, I can't get wet, says Mocha. So that's out, I say. We hear screaming coming from the pool. Oh, sounds like trouble, I say, sensing something. Whoa, my mermaid. Oh my god! It's. How long has it been? My mermaid senses are going haywire! My mermaid senses! Oh, it's so nice. Oh man, and here I was worried we'd never get to see mermaid sense in action ever again. You can sense mermaids, asks Mocha. Okay, you know what? This one is definitely one I would be totally fine with him explaining because it's insane, and also it's probably not been brought up that many times, especially not to these people. Yeah, it's one of my childhood powers. There must be a lot of them. I have a feeling that the swim club is full of mermaids. Maybe. Mocha, Kusu, you'd better sit this one out. When we get there, Naruto, Kuramu, Yukari, you come with me. Let's go. We ran to the pool and we saw mermaids sucking people dry of their blood. Oh, okay. Mermaids! I was right! There must be mermaids from the dark side of the legend. Let's go, I say. Me and Naruto ran onto the water and Kuramu, I keep. They're just weird names, okay? Flew above it. We were fighting bloodthirsty mermaids. Is this like. What is this anime about? Like originally, whatever. We were fighting bloodthirsty mermaids. Vari arrived at the pool. Vari arrived. Oh, Vari! Right. Did she, I don't know, hop into the simulator? Sorry. I don't mean to have that much dead air, but last I checked, right, they were in the simulator. So did Vari hop in, or did Vari, like, I don't know, fly over there in the real world? Because at this point it may as well be in the real world. Who knows? The simulator continues to confound me. Anyways, Bree arrived at the pool and she saw us fighting. Signal whistle? I can't whistle. Yo, everyone out of the pool. Pretend I whistled. I say. The club members get out of the pool. We met a mermaid named Tomeo Itchy Nose. Itchy Nose? I'm going to say that now. I don't even care if it's the wrong way. It might be Itchy Nose or something like that, but I like Itchy Nose better. You must be. Anyways, you must be Tomeo Itchy Nose, I say. That's right, JD Nutson. I'm sorry, has Ruri done anything? I've heard a lot about you, says Tomeo. The feeling is mutual, I say. I have a question for you. Oh, here we go. Says Vuri. We see Vuri. Vuri, I was just about to call for you, but you beat me to it, I say. I know. I know, says Vuri. My parents were killed 11 years ago by two mermaids from the dark side of the legend. Do any of you know who they are? She asks to the mermaids. A mermaid raised her hand. Her name is Mingyo. She had red fins and a red tail and a blue bikini and red hair and blue eyes. Right. I thought that the mermaid who raised their hand was saying that Mingyo was the one who did it, but no, they were describing. My bad. Yes, I do. My name is Mingyo, and they're my parents, and they told me what they did. I never wanted to become a mermaid for the dark side of the legend. I wanted to help people out. I'm so sorry my parents killed your parents, says Mingyo. It's fine. I can tell you aren't lying, says Rui. How convenient. Thank you for telling me. I will gladly have them brought here, says Migno. So what? So that you could kill them? Like, I mean, sure, maybe they're not good people, but there's got to be some degree of connection, right? I don't know. Who knows? We all gasped. Migno, you're gonna turn on your own parents? I ask. Yes, those monsters are not my parents anymore. They are cold-blooded murderers, says Migno. That is harsh, but they deserve to face justice, says Naruto. No kidding, says Kuramu. Mingyo created a whirlpool, and out of it came a mermaid and a merman. So you two are the ones that killed Fari's parents? I say. Yes, I'm. Well, they admit to it. Yes, I'm Nikora, and this is my husband, Takeda. Mingyo, why have you called us? Asks question mark. Asks Nikora. I guess I just realized. Payback time, says Mingyo. You monsters killed my parents, and I will have my revenge, says Vuri. They saw Vuri. What? That little brat is alive? Exclaims Nikora. No, I escaped and survived. Vuri, think about what you just said. They were like, "Oh, she's alive," and then you said no. But Vuri, you are currently alive, and you just explained how you managed to remain alive. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Is JD into bimbos? Because Vuri is real stupid, but I bet she's real pretty looking. God knows JD could never date a non conventionally attractive woman. Oh, no, I escaped and survived, says Vuri. Tomeo, you'd better get everyone out of here. This is going to be brutal. This is going to get brutal. We'll talk later, says Naruto. Right, says Tomeo. The swim club got out and ran. Vuri went Super Angel and pulverized Nikora and Takeda into oblivion. She then threw them up into the air. This is for my mother and father. Now die. Kamehameha, says Vuri. I just don't care about any of this. She fired a Kamehameha wave right at them and it engulfed them and vaporized them in an instant. Rui powered down and landed by the pool. She pulled out a locket she had around her neck and opened it, and it was a photo of her family. You can now rest in peace, Mom and Dad. I love you both. She kisses the photo. Free broke down crying and grieved for her family, and I comforted her. This won't last very long. It's okay, Free, just let it all out, I say. Free was crying hard into my chest. It's okay, I say. She got revenge on the people that killed her parents? Asks Tomeo. Yeah, her past was very tragic, says Naruto. That's horrible. Yep, everyone's got a tragic past, I guess. That's horrible, says Tomeo. I can't believe my own mother and father would do this to her. They are monsters, says Minyo. No kidding. Free has been through something no one should ever have to go through, says Kurmu. Vuri cried for 2 hours and she calmed down. Yep, because that's how that works. Granted, I've never had my parents die from evil mermaids and then gotten revenge on those evil mermaids, so who knows? Thank you, JD. I love you, says Vuri. Yeah, I love you too, Vuri, I say. Me and Vuri kissed and everyone cheered. In the cafeteria, we were having lunch and Tomeo and Minio were with us. Anyways, back to the normal stuff. Back to the harem hunting. I'm so sorry about your parents, Vuri, says Tomeo. It's all right, Tomeo, says Vuri. I never wanted to become a mermaid for the dark side of the legend. It's a horrific lifestyle, says Minio. Makes you think why anybody would. Whatever. I know, it's not pleasant, I say. I can tell that you are lonely, Tomeo, like I once was, says Naruto. Yes, I don't have any friends because I was treated like an outcast, says Tomeo. Okay. I mean, no. Naruto revealed his background, and Minyo and Tomeo was shocked. Oh, that's awful. We should join your harem to make you feel better. Naruto, that's awful, says Tomeo. Yeah, but I now have a family back. I have my family back, and it's thanks to my big brother here, says Naruto. I'm glad I could help. You know, so here's something I should bring up. Surprised I haven't thought of it sooner. JD um has two things he could do. He could go into the simulator, go back in time, and save Naruto's parents like how he did, or he could use his, bring people back from the dead power to bring his parents back from the dead. That's two things he could have done. That's, one of the things he did do. Now think, who else do you think he should do that for? Oh my, I wonder. Oh, I've got it. Maybe he could bring his fiance's parents back. Maybe, just maybe, that would be a good idea, seeing as you love her so much. Yeah, fucking. I love you, Vuri, but not enough to inconvenience myself with having to. Oh, the incredible strain it must put on his body to do either of those two options that he's done casually, without even, one of which he just did without even knowing he could do it at first. Fucking stupid. Oh, it's just my fiance. No, it's good for her character growth. So fuck it. Dead parents, we'll keep them. What it. Surely, eventually, James Knudsen realizes his colossal fuck up, and he's gonna be like, oh, and then JD went back and saved Veri's parents. Stupid. Okay, thanks to my big brother here, says Naruto. I'm glad I could help, bro. I say. Clearly, he has more of a crush on Naruto than his own damn mermaid waifu, angel mermaid waifu. I'm glad I could help. Uh, I'm so glad, says Tomeo. Tomeo, you look very familiar to me, says Veri. Same here. I once had a little sister named. Same here. I once had a little sister named Veri, but she disappeared after my parents died, says Tomeo. Wow, I wonder. Oh, really? asks Veri. Veri pulls out the locket and pulls out her photo and finds that the picture is folded. She sees that there is a young Tomeo by her mother. This shocks her. Tomeo, you're my big sister, says Veri. She shows the photo and Tomeo, and she gasped, "It's you! I mean, it is you! Veri!" says Tomeo. Tomeo and Veri hugged for the first time in 11 years. "I thought I would never see you again," says Tomeo. "I've missed you so much, big sis," says Veri. "We were shocked by this revelation, but we were also joyous that family has been reunited." Yeah, hey, she's got a sister. She doesn't need her parents. Crisis averted. "I'm so happy for them," says Kuremu. "Me too," says Fenikusu. "I'm so happy for you both," I say. "Me too," says Naruto. Tomeo and Furi had a lot of catching up to do. We decided to sign up for the newspaper club. The next day, we were handing out newspapers to everyone in the school. After they were all handed out, we were talking. "That's all of them," I say. "Yep," says Naruto. "We did like what's the point of this?" It's like the school-related activities are clearly not the focus here, so who cares? Just go find the next pretty girl to add to Naruto's harem. Most likely Naruto's harem, anyway. Um, where was I? That's all of them. Yep. You all did great, says Veri. Yes, great job, says Tomeo. Thanks, Veri. And are you and Tomeo fully caught up? Asks Kuremu. Almost, Kuremu, says Veri. We have a lot to talk about still, says Tomeo. "I'm so happy that you reunited with your sister, Veri," says Yukari. "Me too, I'm glad. I wish I was reunited with my sisters," says Mocha. "Maybe someday," I say. A girl with lilac hair and blue eyes walks up to us. "You people are all buddy-buddy, aren't you? You newspaper clubbers." Oh my god. That sounded like a slur, dude. What? Hard R? It's crazy. Newspaper clubbers. We see the girl and I look into her eyes. She's got loneliness issues too, poor girl, I say in my head. You've been through a lot. I can tell. Sorry, we should introduce ourselves. I'm JD Nutson, I say out loud. I'm Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Most people with issues like that probably don't want you just, saying them out loud to their face. Ah, you've been through a lot. I can tell. Stupid. I'm Vuri Nutson, JD's fiancée, who he cares very much about, mind you, says Vuri. I'm Tomeo Ichinose, Vuri's big sister, says Tomeo. Does that mean Vuri's name used to be Ichinose? Hold on. Nope, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Raw deal, was it? I'm doing it. 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 What's your name, Vuri? Okay, so she doesn't say her last name. Oh, that's too bad. I was really hoping he gave her a different last name. Maybe she does somewhere, but I don't feel like looking for it. Anywho, 94. Itchy nose, itchy nose, itchy nose, itchy nose, itchy nose, itchy nose. My nose is itchy. There we go. There we go. Tomeo Ichino Vuri's bigger sister, says Tomeo. I'm Mocha Akashiya, says Mocha. I'm Fenakusu Megami, says Fenakusu. I'm Kurumu Kurano, says Kurumu. I am Yukari Sendo, says Yukari. It's a pleasure. I am Mizore Shira Yuki, says Mizore. Mizore? Misery? Mizore? I'll say Mizore, that sounds right. Shira Yuki? Is your mother Suyara Shira Yuki? I ask. Yes, how did you know? Asks Mizore. My mom and your mom know each other and are really good friends. You must be a snow woman, I say. Naturally. Naturally. So then why the fuck did you go in the simulator if it's not even a simulator? Because clearly all of these people apparently know each other. And next time, JD, you want to do a chapter where you hang out with all the characters from whatever anime this is from? Just go there. I mean, you're going to imply heavily that the place already exists in the real world anyway, so just fucking go there. Imply it. I don't know why, like, half of the stuff that you do is in the simulator if it's like, because like the Danny Phantom universe existed in reality apparently, but um the the Naruto universe, no, you had to go in the simulator for that. Like, why? Why is one in real and the other only accessible by simulator and then, later brought into the real world? Whatever. Stupid. You're a snow woman, that's correct, says Mizure. You've probably had a very similar background like mine, says Naruto. Like what? Why is that? Is that like Naruto's pickup line? Hey, I bet we share trauma. Like, dude, you'd like fucking go up to Anne Frank. Yeah, hey, we both had, we've had a very similar background. Very tragic. Oh my god. Obligatory Holocaust reference. No, not obligatory. That's just me doing something stupid. Anywho, um, background like mine, says Naruto. You can tell us all about it if you want, and maybe we can help you, says I say. Okay, says Mizure. She's very fine with it. We go into our dorm room, and Mizure tells us a horrifying background of her life. Mizure, that's horrific, I say. Living like that is a fate worse than death, says Naruto. No kidding, says Vuri. You're not going to explain. Are you not going to explain it for me? Dude, are you not going to explain it for me? You're all too willing to like rehash all the characters whose backgrounds I've already learned, but you won't. Like, dude, if it's really long, well then, I mean, that's never stopped you before. Jesus, man, like fucking sure does pick his moments, doesn't he? That's horrific. No kidding, says Rui. I agree, says Kurumu. Mizure, I'm so sorry, says Tomeo. Me too, says Yukari. Boy, everyone we've met has had a tragic and horrible background that strangely has a lot to do, shares a lot in common with Naruto's background. And when we arrived, we've essentially became the light at the end of the tunnel for them and start. It's really, what is it, savior flagging? Something like that. It's like a savior fetish. Yeah, I show up. I'm the answer to your problems. And then every girl swoons. Oh, JD. Thank you. Thank you, JD. Light at the end of the tunnel for them to start a better life, I say. That's an interesting way to put it, says Mocha. I've heard about your achievement, obligatory achievement reference, not just in the world, but here as well. Whatever that means, says Misery. Our work here is not finished. I sense that an even greater evil is coming, and we're gonna have to fight it with everything we have, I say. Fantastic. Yeah, says Naruto. So I'm going to train you all in everything me and Vuri know. I say, okay, says Mocha. We have to be ready for the Public Safety Committee, says Yukari. The what? Who are they? I ask. They are the ruthless people they are very ruthless people, and they have a nasty grip over the school. They instill order and fear, and anyone that doesn't follow their rules will be killed, says Yukari. So they are a tyrannical organization. All right, we train and take the fight to them. I open up a portal into the oh, who could have guessed? Hyperbolic time chamber, and me and Vuri train for them for 36 hours and everything, and we know and more. When it was done, Moko, Finikusu, Kurumu, Yukari, Tomeo, and Missouri were forever changed. They had numerous powers and have mastered ki, spirit energy, chakra, and more, naturally. Mocha had demon bat wings, Missouri had ice angel wings, Tomeo had wings made of pure water, and Yukari had black angel wings. With us was a fairy named Lilith, a witch named Ruby. What? Who are these people? With us was a fairy named Lilith, a witch named Ruby Tojo, and a former member of the Public Safety Committee named Dashiko Deshi, and she's a Jiangshi, a zombie from Chinese myth. Cool. I guess I guess the chapter was getting too long. All right, team, let's go, I say. We all walk around the school and search for everything out of the ordinary until a voice stopped us. You guys sure have caused a lot of trouble, haven't you? Asks question mark. We saw a girl dressed in black and she had purple hair. Well, if she's even slightly attractive, we all know she's getting redeemed. And you are, I ask. My name is Kaito, and you are in big trouble by the Public Safety Committee, says Kaito. I sense an energy imbalance in her. It's like she's under someone's control. Oh, big reveal, I say in my head. If I may ask, who is in charge of the Public Safety Committee? I say out loud. That would be Kuyo. He's on his way here, says Kaito. Oh, real convenient that it's a guy. Because if it was a girl, they'd have to redeem her. And that would take too long. He's going to pay for everything he's done here, and we will destroy him, I say. You'll have to get past me first, and that won't be easy, says Kaito. She grew spider legs from her stomach. Gross. You're a Juro Gumo, the Spider Woman from Japanese folklore. I say, that's right, says Kaito. It's my friend Len. If my friend Lenny saw you like this, she would freak out. She hates spiders. I say, that's a shame. That's a shame. Now you will die. This like, why would you bring that up? That just hurts the flow of the conversation, man. She's like awkwardly like, that's a shame. Anyways, now you will die because whatever. That's a shame. She got on 8 legs and jumped in. I snapped my fingers and broke whoever was controlling her. Oh, good. Oh, it's just that easy all of a sudden. Oh, should I just cut my wrists now? Right? Or should I, give myself a fleeting chance and call 911 first? Once they see this open on my computer screen, they're going to let me die. Like, oh, clearly he doesn't want to live anymore. If my friend Lenny, that's a shame. I snapped my fingers, returned to normal purple. What do you mean? Oh, her eyes returned to normal purple. Were they? Were they? I guess she had special purple eyes, and now they are normal purple because she's no longer under control. What happened? Asks Kaito. You were being controlled by someone, I say. Yes, I remember now. Kuyo here was controlling me, and I did so many terrible things, says Kaito. It wasn't your fault. He made you do all of that against your will, says Naruto. He will pay for this, says Kurumu. Then come and get me, says question mark. We see Kuyo himself. So we meet at last, Kuyo. You're gonna pay for everything you've done to the school, I say. Your crimes are unforgivable, says Naruto. It's scum like you that should never walk the world, says Mocha. Uh, you're a Yoko, and your race killed my people, and will make sure you die. And I will make sure you die. Stupid. I say, says Finikusu, not me. I did not say that. Yeah, says Kurumu. You rule with fear, and we will never tolerate that, says Yukari. We will never forgive you for everything you've done, says Farik. Does everyone have to get their fucking say in? You will pay for everything you've done, says Deshiko. So I've heard. Kuyo was enraged and he transformed into his true form. He was a Yoko, a demon fox spirit from Japanese myth. He had four blue flaming fox tails. How dare you talk to me this way? Exclaimed Kuyo. We can talk about you however we want. Your reign of terror ends right now, I say. Me and Free go Super Angel 2, and Naruto goes Kitsune Hanyu, and the girls spread their wings. This is so epic. This is so epic. It's over, Kuyo. You're finished, I say. We fly and punch him and kick him and ferociously attack him. When we stopped 20 minutes later, Kuyo was badly wounded and he was even more enraged. All that you've done to me, I'll pay you back 10 times. No, 10 million times. Oh, he's serious now. You wretched losers. You clubbers. I shouldn't. You will pay for this, says Kuyo. Do you think? No, I shouldn't bring that up now. Whiplash, whiplash. Go to heck. Go to heck, I say. Really? Honestly, saying go to the netherworld is cooler than that, even if it's still stupid. Kuyo was completely enraged and totally out of his mind. He charged up his vortex of fire to maximum power, and I charged up a Kamehameha wave. Kamehame! I say. Now you all die. Vortex of fire, says Kuyo. Kuyo fired a tremendous blast of blue fire at us. You first, Kuya. Ha! I say. I had to, because it's capitalized. The M-E, they're both capitalized. I fired a powerful Kamehameha wave, and the blast collided, and the energy blast overpowered Kuyo's fire and hit him head on and engulfed him and vaporized him completely. Curse you, JD. Curse Yehameha. Curse you, JD, says Kuyo. Those were the last words he said before he was completely obliterated in an instant. We powered down and it was over. Enjoy the netherworld, Kuyo, I say. After Kuyo was destroyed, his mind control was broken and everyone was free. Yay! It's over, we won, says Naruto. Yeah, good riddance, says Ruby. You said it, Ruby, says Lilith. I'm finally free, says Dashiko. Let's go home, I say. We all head through a vortex home. The battle completely destroyed Yokai Academy. The exercise ended and here we go. In Mocha, Kurumu, Yukari, Tomeo, Mizure, Fenikusu, Ruby, Lilith, Dashiko, and Kaito were made some of Naruto's wives and his family. This was an epic adventure. What do you mean some of Naruto's? Who was and wasn't? Were they all made him or were they not? You can't just list them all and then say some. That's whatever. Another fanfiction completed. I wanted to do a Rosario plus vampire chapter for a while. It was a strange anime series, but it proved to be interesting because of all the mythological creatures from myth and fantasy. Let me know what you all think. It was bad. See you next time. Rosario. Uh-oh. Rosario plus. It's happening. It's cosmic radiation. It's giving me cosmic cancer. Okay, Rosario plus Vampires owned by Funimation, Hiroshi Yamaguchi, and Gonzo Studios. Oh, good, good. No, I'm done. These were two long chapters and very, very draining chapters. So, like and subscribe. And if you've got any wonderful um quiz questions, make sure. Okay, there's going to be a list of criteria or something like that in the Discord, but just now, just know that it should be questions from specifically chapters 51 through 100. So yeah, try and keep it to that kind of specific, but that's just how it's. I mean, obviously that's gonna be how it works. So yeah, goodbye. Let me take a last sip. There we go. Bye bye.